See, one of the main qualities that a woman looks for in a guy but can't find anywhere is his presence. Presence speaks volumes. It speaks on the dexterity of energy. Also, the height of a man's presence is anchored by how he listens. See, being easily distracted or overly anxious or quick in your speech is a sure sign that you lack presence, not swag. See, a woman wants or desires to feel relaxed in her feminine nature, and she can only feel and be secured by your presence. Now, how is she secured by your presence? Well, for one, you want to be slick at listening. And you also want to be proper in your communication. Now, what is communication? Well, to me, communication is a work of art. It's basically painting colors in realms and emotional hemispheres that yet haven't existed. It's because 93% of communication is the inflection of your voice, the dictation of your voice, the pace of your voice, and 7% is just the words. See, what engulfs a woman and what draws her to you is being someone that is intellectually inspiring and nurturally enriching through being creative with your dialogue. See, back in the day, men used to make strong emphasis on the art of communication. So usually when I speak of things, it's in the aspect of a reality that hasn't yet existed, but is set to take shape. See, that right there is just something a woman is not accustomed to dealing with. So when they come across a man that's like that, she is automatically, psychologically seduced. Goes right back to presence, goes right back to listening, right? So I'm gonna tell you how it feels, or how she feels in that moment. That's why I always ask, how do you feel? And more importantly, what do you see when you're looking at me? Usually in their response, they feel a lot of things. See, I cause them to feel aroused in a very emotional manner as they analyze the dictation in my voice and measuring with all of their sexual frustrations and inhibitions, what causes them to want to bond with me emotionally. Because in that moment, they just realize that I just tapped into all aspects of the erotic hemisphere and touched on every component. So what is a conversation? What is strong presence? It's basically seduction without sex. See, you won't have to worry about a woman being emotionally, physically, or financially hypergamous because you've caused her mind to come the hardest, and that will make her emotionally wealthy in you. Food for thought, right? See, it's not only the way that I talk or that you should talk, but it's also the way that you carry yourself as a man. Going back to presence, right? And the fact that she knows that I know that the way I do me makes her feel even more compelled to slide with me, and I'm not making a big deal about it. Now, even though they know that I'm no good, But there's still usually just something about me that drives them wild. Oh, maybe it could be my central mannerisms that create an even more curious way of feeling towards me. And they love it. Because I've injected my ways into her. So it becomes an addiction. We all know the reality of addictions.